September is Suicide and Awareness Month. It has especially been in the minds of the public because of the recent suicides in the music industry. I'm a nurse who works in a medical psychiatric unit, and we take care of patients who have come in after recent suicide attempts. And I often have people ask me, what are the causes of a person wanting to end their life? What are the signs that I need to look for to show that a person may be thinking about suicide? And lastly, what can I do personally when I know that someone is suicidal? There's many factors that contribute to a person wanting to end their life. In speaking with patients who have recently attempted suicide, they list several contributing factors. First, there's undertreated or not treated depression, the use of substances such as drugs and alcohol, and a recent loss in their life of a loved one or an ended relationship. They said that these things tended to contribute to their state of mind that caused them to want to end their life. But they also explained that many times they really didn't want to die, but instead were looking for an emotional release so that they didn't have any more emotional pain. In his paper, Warning Signs for Suicide, Theory, Research, and Clinical Application, David Rood provided signs and behaviors that may be a warning sign for a person that they're contemplating suicide. Oftentimes the person feels hopeless and they don't see any way out of a situation, feeling trapped. Also, they may engage in reckless behavior, a passive-aggressive way of ending their own life. There may be an increase in substance abuse, over taking drugs or alcohol, become more emotional, either agitated or depressed, and withdraw from friends and family. Sleep can change also. They could go with no sleep at all or may sleep all the time. In his paper, Louis Draguna wrote for the Medical Review in 2016, he gave imminent signs of a person who might be committing suicide. First, the person will be threatening to hurt or kill oneself. Secondly, they'll be working for ways to access pills, weapons, or other means such as hanging. And thirdly, they'll be writing or talking about death or suicide. Hearing someone wanting to die or kill themselves can be very overwhelming, and we can feel rather unprepared to handle the situation. But the most important thing is to stay calm, and if a person is thinking about suicide, there's things that we can do. First, ask the person directly if they are thinking about committing suicide. Many times a person feels hopeless. They'll tell you how they're feeling, and it helps them to feel like somebody's interested in how they are and how they're feeling. Be specific in your question. Ask them what way they're thinking about harming themselves. Are they thinking about using a gun, overdosing on medication, or hanging? And if you can, please remove access to the means that they have chosen to end their life. If you're near them, you can offer to take them to a mental health crisis center. We have one here in Wichita that is Calm Care Crisis Center, open 24 hours a day. You can also direct them to the 24-hour suicide prevention hotline, where they could speak to trained professionals. If they are not near you, or you do not have a way of helping them personally, and you do not think they'll accept your help, please call 911. They'll be taken to a facility where they can receive treatment and be kept safe. Last year in Sedgwick County, 91 persons ended their lives, and many, many more attempted. This is the highest amount on record for Sedgwick County. Understanding the causes of what brings a person to the state of where they want to kill themselves, the warning signs and symptoms of a person contemplating suicide, and knowing the steps that what we can do to help prevent suicide can mean the difference between life and death. However, we don't need to feel powerless in this situation. If we notice someone who is suicidal, we can offer help and direct them to the many community resources available, such as the ones that are listed at the end of this presentation.